Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today will be another Michigan highlight video. Sorry for the lag. I'm just going to apologize beforehand. Chromebooks are not the best pieces of equipment. Hopefully, maybe I can upgrade equipment, but for now, you'll have to deal with this. So, as you can see by the title, um, this video is just the case for Isaiah Livers as a legend at Michigan. And let's give everyone a little backstory on Isaiah. So, he was a Kalamazoo High School standout, local guy from the state of Michigan. Was Michigan Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year, the Mr. Michigan, and he won. He was kind of a Michigan guy all the way. He was part of the class with Jordan Poole and Eli Brooks, which has been a great class. Let me say that right now. Just a great class for us. And yeah, he committed to Michigan. It was a pretty done deal early on. He was a local kid, and he really liked John Beilein and wanted to come to the program. Freshman year, he immediately contributed. He started the majority of the games his freshman season. Wasn't the highest scorer, but did the little things right. Played really good defense. He was our best defensive player. He was a great free throw shooter and a pretty decent 3-point shooter. And he clearly had a lot of potential in his freshman year. Now moving to his sophomore year, he actually had to take a back seat. And meanwhile, in his freshman season, Michigan went all the way to the national championship game where Isaiah was a starter on the teams that ran to the NCAA tournament. He started in that year. Now, moving on to his sophomore year, Isaiah had to take a bit of a backseat on that year, and Michigan actually had a slightly better regular season that year with the great play of Charles Matthews, Xavier Simpson, John Teske, the likes of those guys. Livers had to take a backseat. The emergence of Ignas Brazdeikis. So Livers did not start many games in his sophomore year. But last year, which is the highlights you're watching right now, these are his junior year highlights, Isaiah Livers really took a step forward. It really started in the Maui Invitational, where Michigan famously dominated both North Carolina and Gonzaga to win the prestigious early season tournament, and jumped to number 4 in the country for a time period, where he was just playing amazing basketball. He was shooting like 50% from the field, like 45% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line, where he's always been dominant. And as you can see here, he's a quick release, a really pretty shot, and an NBA type jumper. I mean, this dude can shoot the lights out. Now, he faded a little over the stretch last year, not significantly, but he ended the year, started every game, played most minutes on the team. His points per game were only 13 last year, and that was after a pretty hot start to the year. So a little disappointing, but still was good enough for all Big Ten honorable mention. Before the season started this year, I expected Isaiah to be the focal point of the Michigan offense, considering he was our best returning player, in my opinion. He had really tested out the draft waters for a month or two, a month or so, before declaring that he would stay at Michigan, which I was thrilled about. And thank God he stayed at Michigan, even though initially the hype was with Hunter Dickinson, the hype was with the transfers Mike Smith and Shawnee Brown, the hype was with Mo Wagner's younger brother Franz. This is Michigan's best player. Isaiah Livers is Michigan's best player. Let me go to this video. Let's pull up another video. Yeah, Isaiah Livers is Michigan's best player, hands down in my opinion. And he won the best Big Ten Basketball Player of the Week last week. He's averaging around 16 points a game. He's shooting 90% from the free throw line, and he's shooting 45% from 3, I think. So really gaudy stats, but that's not even why I think he's Michigan's best player. I think he provides some of the best veteran leadership Michigan's had in a while, and I'm including Xavier Simpson and Duncan Robinson and Mo Wagner in that list. If you listen to press conferences with Isaiah, he's extremely well spoken. He's always says the right thing, and he acts like that on the court too. Makes the right play almost 100% of the time. He hits shots when Michigan needs him to hit shots. He's knocked down from 3 when Michigan's maybe going in a drought. He provides spark on defense. He gets steals. He finishes highlight dunks. Gets backboard blocks. He's really the real deal for Michigan. And I believe he is one of the best players in the Big Ten. I think he's shown that he's better than Hunter Dickinson this year. Hunter Dickinson's time will come, but right now Isaiah is better, and I think that if Michigan, which is they're a top 5 team right now, I could see them going on a run in the NCAA tournament. If Michigan goes on a run in the NCAA tournament, Isaiah Livers ranks right up there with the likes of Mo Wagner, with the likes of legends before him, Tim Hardaway Jr., Trey Burke. Obviously, dating back, it's been a while since Michigan's been this good for an extended period of time, but John Beilein has turned the tides of Michigan basketball, and Juwan has continued that. And Isaiah Livers is kind of the bridge between those eras, I hope. The bridge between the great John Beilein era, where Michigan made 2 Final Fours and was a consistent top 25 team in the country, to Juwan's era, which I hope is potentially better, where Michigan's not only a top 25 team in the country, not only in contention for Big Ten titles, but wins Big Ten titles, is a top 10 team in the country, has number 2, number 1, top 5 recruiting classes. Isaiah Livers represents that, and I think he should be remembered not only for his representing the changing of coaches between Juwan and John, but I think he should be remembered for his stellar play on the court, his stellar leadership both on and off the court, and just a really class act guy. You can just tell from listening to him. Coaches love him. He was always, even as a freshman, he knew what to do. He knew what to say. He was a beloved player from his first days at the Michigan program. Never made a mistake, really. He didn't get any controversies at all. He was a local kid, and he's a good kid. And I hope he finds success in the NBA. I hope even if Michigan doesn't do that well this postseason, that Isaiah Livers is remembered for being one of the greats of the program. And with that, I think that'll be the video. Thanks for watching, and go blue like it says right there.